Hi, my name is Symphony Swan, and I am the founder of the Creative House, which is located in the old Milwaukee neighborhood. We are an arts nonprofit that is dedicated to creating space for Black and Brown artists to use their practice to solve complex problems. So the Creative House is born really out of grief. I have spent the last couple years caring for both of my parents. My mother died first in 2019, and then a few years later, my father passed away just last year, actually. Being in a position to have to care for my parents really took me back and brought up a lot of things that I don't think I was ready to deal with. And in concluding the process of my father passing away, we were left with making a decision on what we were going to do with his house. And I had no intentions on ever wanting to become a landlord in that way or managing tenants. I also knew that I didn't want this house to go away. Like, it was in the family and it was important. And so after going inside of the house to start cleaning it up, I remember just how much of an artist my father was, and how much of the world did not allow him to exist as an artist. And I decided that I was going to give this place back to the community, particularly those on the north side, because many artists, I grew up on the northwest side, and there weren't many spaces where I could go and experience, see, investigate, celebrate the arts. And so I knew that this would be the place to do it. I have spent my entire adult life building sustainable relationships with people. That is the Milwaukee community, right? I think anytime there are real relationships, there comes support with that. And so they have been extremely supportive. I think for a really long time, when I started the Creative House, the storytelling that I did online was just storytelling. It didn't really have a name or a thing just yet. And now that it does, there are lots of people who are like, I love what you're doing. I believe in what you're doing. How can I help? How can I support? I'm learning how to take that on legit. Like, if someone says, how can I help? I'm going to give you something to help me with. And I think that was a skill that if you had to ask me that, 2 years ago, I would have been like, oh no, I'm good. I got everything. And now I'm like, yes, I need all the help. How can we do this together? How can we collaborate? One, I'm choosing to live in abundance. And so that is just how I move through life. I fundamentally believe that there is enough for everybody to eat. And so even if, there's another person who yeah, I got a house and I want to do something too. All right, bet. Are there spaces for us to collaborate? Can we share the knowledge that we do have? I don't feel like I need to be the only creative house in Milwaukee. And so I think that once more people start to believe that what God gives you is for you and no one else can take that, you will live in abundance too. And so, and I slowly think that people are starting to remember that, we exist and we all need each other. And so this idea that I'm gonna just go in my corner and do what I gotta do ain't serving nobody. And the more that we collaborate, work together, share resources, it allows for everybody to get a piece of that pie. The key lesson here that I've been reflecting on lately is how important it is to really believe in yourself and how important it is to do things even if it scares you, because I feel like that is God's way of pushing you to do what you should be doing anyway. And that fear stops us, right? This ability to want to control everything will say, well, no, I don't think I could do that. And it's if you have this feeling and this lingering thought to do something and you won't do it, it's for a reason, and to actually do it, because that's what the Creative House was, right? It came to me as a dream, and I remember telling my husband, I think I'm gonna turn this into a gallery and studio. And he was like, all right, bet, let's figure out how to make it happen. But I sat on it for months, I don't know, man. But the dream wouldn't go away. It just kept forcing me to figure out how to say this thing out loud. And literally once I said it out loud one time, things started to fall in place that made it it was a no-brainer to do this thing, because resources, people, ideas, opportunities kept coming my way that was okay, let me go ahead and see this. You just got to do it scared. We are an official nonprofit organization. The Creative House is hosting our first inaugural fundraiser and Make Art Artist Awards on Thursday, February 29th. Please check out our website at thecreativehouse.org. That's CR8TV House.org. But then also, I just think that if it scares you, figure out why it scares you and do it.